Hello. I thought I'd do a list video because lists are popular, and I'd also thought I'd do a baiting video which would get you all angry and riled up and, boil your piss. I think that's the expression. So I thought I'd combine the two because enragement is engagement, is it not? I look at more popular YouTubers. Well, I don't. I see them in my suggestions, and I go, ugh, and I quickly, select, do not recommend. But I see what they do, and they do lists, and they do enragement content. So we're going to try. This is the first time I think I've ever done a list proper. And this is going to really annoy everybody. It won't. It'll annoy the 300 people that the algorithm will allow to see this video. But that's by the by. What we're doing is 7 prog bands that aren't. Ooh. Now first we have to define what progressive music is, or what prog music is. My categorisation is 1, it's British. 2, it combines 2 or more genres, and 3, it usually has a very literate feel. 4, there's a complexity to the music that's outside the rock genre, as it were. And 7, I think I've missed one out there. It eschews the whole blues genre. No blues. So, and also technology. Technology is very important to progressive music in terms of things like mellotrons, synthesizers, recording equipment, right? Because it fuels the whole progressive movement. So there's many elements there. Right, the first one, I'm just getting it out of the way. Number 7. I'm going to get it out of the way because you're all expecting it. Porcupine Tree / Steven Wilson. Just getting it out there. Now you've got to remember, Porcupine Tree started as a fake band. Then it morphed into almost a Pink Floyd tribute band. Go and listen to that early stuff. And then it turned into this neo-prog metal type thing, soft metal. Before we got to where we are now. There is nothing progressive about any of that music. Nothing progressive at all. That's it. That's all I've got to say. There's not much else to say on the subject. Prog it might be, and prog is something completely different. And I'm kind of changing. I'm kind of, this is where it gets a bit murky. The difference between progressive and prog, progressive 67 to 77, prog anything thereafter. So I'm kind of bending the rules with this one. But we got that one out of the way. Remember, you can disagree with me in the comments. Number 6, Marillion. Oh, but you can't do that. Oh, yeah, but there is a logic to this. Now, we can all agree that the prime age of prog was between 67 and 77. Yeah, we agree with that. 78. Yeah. Sergeant Pepper's to Love Beach. That's how I measure it. I know you can disagree with me, but it just works. It works nicely. Love Beach just works really well. But Marillion come after that. Again, Marillion, I've always said, are a very good pop band. That's why they were on top of the pops. That's why EMI signed them, because they knew that they would sell records. And, they dressed it all up in this prog fashion. Now, I'm also going to throw in any prog band after 1977. So all your neo-progs, all those bands can be thrown into this category as well. I'm cheating. Like I said, I'm doing it to annoy you. So all those other bands that you listen to, that no one's ever heard of, they're in it too. They're not progressive either. So, yeah, that's Marillion. Don't get me wrong, I like Marillion. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan, he says. But prog or progressive, they ain't. 5, Chicago. Now I'm going to open this out to also any American band. So that includes Journey and Styx, because they fail because they're not British. And we can also spin it out to Italians too. And now again, when I say this, progressive rock music is a peculiarly British thing, right? It's like country and western music. It's like reggae. It is a cultural phenomenon that happened, in the 60s onwards, pushed forward by British bands, and all the other bands followed from these other nationalities. It doesn't belong to them. It belongs to us. It belongs to us. So we can discard all those. Those get thrown out. We can throw those out. So that's all the Americans and the Italians. They're annoyed too. So not prog or progressive. It's interchangeable. Well, number 4, it's obvious. It's obvious what's in at number 4. It's Rush. 1, they're Canadian, and 2, their music lacks the okay. They use, was it Ayn Rand as their touchstone? Not particularly good one. Not particularly good one. So they do that literate thing, and they do use technology, synthesizers, and stuff like that. But I don't think they have the musical influences pulling in. They're very much a rock band, veering almost into the blues in some of the things that they do. There will be people that disagree with me, but trust me, it is there. And latterly, with their later career, they're more of a pop rock band, aren't they? They're more of a pop rock band. So yeah, Rush, they get disqualified because they're Canucks, and really, I don't think they have the musical chops. Oh, that's going to annoy so many to be in. Number 3, we're going to go for the big ones now. We're going in for the big ones. The big ones. Number 3, Moody Blues. Never understood why Moody Blues were billed as a progressive rock band. Just because you use a mellotron, that doesn't really count, does it? That doesn't really count. Symphonic rock, yeah, why not? Pop band, sure. But progressive? No. I'm not having it. It's not working for me. So they get thrown out. Annoyed some people with that one. Number 2. See, if I was smart, there'd be graphics and there'd be a countdown and there'd be, but I'm not smart. I'm lazy. And that's why nobody watches my content. Number 2. It's obvious. Who could it be? It's Jethro Tull. But Darren, they did Thick as a Brick. Yeah, but they were never prog to begin with. They were a blues band. They were a blues band that did a extended album purely because people labelled them prog with Aqualung. And then Ian Anderson, because he's a very smart guy. Again, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the cut of his jib. Very, very smart guy. Thought there's some mileage here, and he's a pretender. He's a prog pretender. Again, comes out of blues. Doesn't really bring in the jazz or the classical. Doesn't really bring those elements in. I know people say, "Oh yeah, but what about Bowie and all that?" No, that doesn't count. They did that in their blues phase, so that don't count. I think that, again, if you look at Thick as a Brick, and then songs from the Wood, they go back to their kind of blues folk roots, more folky, so they're more like musical chameleons who adopt and adapt to the time. They're not specifically progressive all the way through. They kind of change their coat as necessary. And again, Ian Anderson's very smart like that. So getting rid of Jethro Tull. So in at number 1, it's obvious. It's obvious who's number 1. It's Pink Floyd. It's got to be Pink Floyd. Again, a band from the originally psychedelic movement. They do not have the musical complexity of a progressive rock band. Again, they're more space rock. They're more akin to your Hawkwinds, who got lucky. there's a reason why they got lucky, because Dark Side of the Moon is not very progressive. All they did was link some very short poppy songs together, you know, and add some sound effects, you know, and that's how they got the tag, by doing these extended numbers. But they don't have, again, they don't have the jazz, classical. There's a little bit of synthesizer in there, but not very complex. And that's why they're very popular, and that's why they're covered, because your average layperson can pick up a guitar and, you know, pull off Floyd songs, you know. So no, we get rid of the Floyd on either. Now, there's a very interesting link in Wikipedia, because I thought I'd have a look at this link, which gives a big list of progressive rock bands, and that's really hilarious. I'd love to know who compiled that, because there's some great numbers on here, like 10cc. Even Faith No More got on there. I mean, going wrong, I'm a big Faith No More fan, and there are progressive elements to the way they produced Angel Dust, for example, but really, so yeah, go and have a look at that, and see how easy you can fall into the progressive rock genre. So yeah, hopefully that's got you all riled up. Probably hasn't, because it's me, and people go, oh, look, he's just winding us up. We're not going to fall for it. We're not going to fall for it. So there you go. I've done two things. I've done a list, and I've done a deliberate rage baiting video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. No, I know. I should try a bit harder, shouldn't I? But anyway, thank you for watching. I just had a cup of coffee, and I thought it'd be a bit of fun, and you know, a bit of a lark. Have a bit of a lark on this Monday morning. Thank you for watching. Prog on.